dumbest rule your school's ever enforced? I was sitting in first period chemistry as I tried to take a sip from my water bottle, but suddenly felt someone grab it. It caught me so off guard I choked, but all Ms. Pearson said was, "New policy," as she dropped it into a black garbage bag without a second thought. I watched in disbelief as he went row by row, confiscating every water bottle in sight. The girl next to me started resisting, saying hers was a $70 Stanley, but Ms. Pearson didn't care. By the time she reached the back of the room, her bag was completely full of water bottles, probably worth thousands. Everyone was mad, confused, and just wanted to drink their water. That was, until we heard the announcement, effective immediately, all personal beverage containers are banned from school grounds. Students found with water bottles will face automatic detention. Water fountains are available in every hallway for your hydration needs. This sparked a school-wide outrage, so people were piling up to find out what the reason was. Apparently, 3 seniors had been caught sneaking vodka into school, almost getting multiple teachers fired for having it in their class. So, rather than punish the individuals responsible, the administration decided to collectively punish all 2,000 students. The next few days were absolute chaos. Between every single class, massive lines formed at the 4 ancient water fountains that barely still worked. You had exactly 5 minutes between periods, and if you wanted water, you were forced to drink the lukewarm, disgusting liquid from those fountains. I was almost at the front when I watched multiple kids put their entire mouth over the fountain, but since everyone was so thirsty, we didn't have another choice. Teachers started getting annoyed because kids were constantly asking for bathroom passes just to get water from the sinks. The nurse's office was overwhelmed with headache complaints from dehydrated students. Parents started calling the school to complain, but their only option was to take their kid out of the school or let them drink from the decrepit fountains. By the second week, students were getting creative with their rebellion. My friend Zach had hollowed out a thick textbook and hidden a small water bottle inside, sipping from it during class when teachers weren't looking. A girl in my English class had a special backpack and ran the tube through her sleeve, pretending to rest her head on her hand while secretly drinking. But the real hero was Harper. She'd noticed that the confiscated water bottles were just sitting in a storage closet, and she managed to sneak her expensive hydro flask back, keeping it hidden in her locker, secretly drinking out of it. However, she didn't realize how extremely lucky she was, because this was only just beginning. The heat wave started that Tuesday. It was 98 degrees by noon. Our school's AC was working double overtime, but eventually started breaking down. The hallways felt like a sauna, and the classrooms with windows facing the sun were absolutely unbearable. Still, our principal held firm on the water bottle ban, sending teachers around to do random bag checks to make sure no one was sneaking drinks into class. Then later that day, the realization hit me. We had gym that day. I thought we'd for sure get to skip, but Coach Hassett had us running laps in the field house because it was too hot outside. We'd been going for about 15 minutes when it happened. A kid named Jonah just dropped, not stumbled, not sat down. He went from jogging to face first on the floor in one motion. Everyone started screaming, and Coach Hassett ran over, his face going white when he realized Jonah was completely unconscious and burning up. He yelled for someone to call 911 while he tried to get Jonah responsive. The water fountains were 3 hallways away, and the coach was screaming for water, any water, but nobody had anything. That's when Harper realized what she had to do. Without hesitating, she pulled out her hidden water bottle and dumped it over Jonah's head, then carefully gave him small sips when he started to come around. She stayed there, rationing her water between cooling him down and keeping him hydrated until the paramedics arrived 12 minutes later. The EMT said Jonah's core temperature was 104.8, dangerously close to where organs start shutting down. Multiple students were crying as we saw him get wheeled away, while paramedics were furious at the staff. They were demanding to know why he was so dehydrated, threatening to call the police. We didn't even know if Jonah was alive, and his parents' lawyer was at the school that same day. They threatened to sue for millions, and our principal tried to talk his way out of it, but it didn't last long. He tried lifting the water bottle ban, but it was too late. Our school installed new water bottle filling stations over summer, fired our principal, and welcomed Jonah back after almost giving him permanent kidney damage.